hyperbole, girl. English was never my thing. Hey book beauties, welcome back to my channel. It's Frieda here and I'm back with another video. If you are new here, girl, go ahead and subscribe. You're gonna like the vibes here, so go ahead and subscribe. And go ahead and hit the like button, y'all, because I need to get my likes up. Thank you. Anywho, so last month, y'all know I got 4 books from the library and I also got 2 books that I purchased. And so that was 6 books. And y'all, I end up exceeding my goal with 8 books for the month. Yes, so I'm excited. Let's get, you know, and it was from mediocre to really good. So it was a crazy month. And I think I did really well with like organizing my book read. So like if one wasn't too good, I went into another book that I thought was going to be much better. So let's get into it in the order that I read them. Their first book was The Chain by Adrian Mckinty. Y'all, so this book was exactly as the summary described it. And I just hate that. I like when the summary gives you a little bit, but it leaves a little bit suspense. So the book was cool. It just was exactly like the summary said. I hate to talk about it because this is exact same thing I said on my August TBR shopping video, but essentially a woman, her daughter gets kidnapped. She has to pay a ransom and kidnap someone else's child. And then it just kept going from there. Now on the title, on the cover of this video, it talked about being gruesome. It talked about being horrific. So I was expecting it to get really crazy and it just didn't. It never really elevated beyond the summary. So, but it still was good. I'll give it a 3.5. It was like reading a movie, but you can already tell how the movie was going to end type deal. Like the movie was good, you know, the actors was good, but I could see that. So I'll give it a 3.5 because it was still good writing. This next book, y'all already know how I feel about it. Can't Get Enough by Kennedy Ryan. I definitely got enough of that book. I wasn't feeling it. I was fast forwarding. I never fast forward on books. I never do that. I just never do it. But I realized that it wasn't my vibe. I knew that I wasn't a big fan of romance if it doesn't include like romance and fantasy or romance and action or just romance and something else, girl. I don't know. Romance and drama, romance and crime. I don't know. I just wanted it to be something more than just romance, but it was just flat out only romance. So because of that, I give that book a 3. And honestly, if it wasn't for me doing the reading vlog, I probably never would have finished it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I think I want to go back and read her other book. I can't think of the name of it right now, but it's a second chance romance that I think she blew up off. I don't know. The cover is pretty. The summary, I didn't think it would be my jazz, but we'll see. We'll see. The next book I read was King of Ashes by S.A. Cosby. Y'all, I really like this book. I enjoyed this book. I think he writes very well. He used a lot of hyperbole, girl. English was never my thing. What is it called? Hyperboles? Y'all know what I'm talking about. I think he used a lot of that in his writing, and it was actually pretty good. I did not see the ending coming until it happened. And I am excited to read more of S.A. Cosby books. Like, he writes well. He writes well. Very interested in more. I actually was gifted a book for my birthday by my friend Q. And so I'm honestly going to be reading that in September. And my new September TBR video is going to be dropping soon because I'm filming that today. So stay tuned, ladies. Go ahead and subscribe. And then you'll see it next. So because King of Ashes was so good, I decided to play around with another book called Providence that was recommended by me. Now, Providence, it was about a little boy. He got kidnapped when he was a child. And when he was found years later, he had some type of supernatural power. And so this book, I felt it go. It was like up and then it just declined so hard. And I was just like, okay, keep going, Frieda. Keep going, Frieda. You know, this book was recommended to you. Now, True enough, the person that recommended it did not finish it. But I was just like, okay, just keep going, keep going. And I got to the end. And you know, when you get to the end, you kind of want an explanation for everything. Like, why did this happen? And I feel like the explanation that we got was total BS. It was total BS. The man was crazy. That was all. He did it because he was crazy. That was it. And all this other poetic nonsense to make sense of what he did, he was just crazy. That's it. So I rated Providence a 3.5. And I think that was me being generous for some reason. I think because Can't Get Enough was so bad, I didn't think Can't Get Enough and Providence was on the same level. I think that's why Providence got saved a little. On to the next one. So our next book is One by One by Freida McFadden. Y'all, I purchased this, oh my God, months ago. Y'all saw when I purchased this months ago. And I was not finding time to read it because I had so many other interesting things that was coming up. But when it came to One by One, I only read this because I had a long car ride. I finally downloaded Hoopla. If you don't know what Hoopla is, you need Hoopla, especially if you have a library card. You can get all the free audiobooks, girl. Almost all of them, but regardless. So I was actually able to get this in via audio, even though I own the paper version. And One by One was actually pretty good. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of wondering at the very beginning, like, wait a minute. I think that's the person. I think that's it. But I think Frieda does a really good job. Even, like I say, she's kind of predictable because she does a good job at throwing you off. Like, well, no, maybe it's this person or maybe it's that person. So it was still a pretty good book. I rate this one a 4 stars. At that point, I was just on a kick of audiobooks anytime, honey, and I was driving. Anytime I was driving, I was listening to an audiobook versus talking on the phone or listening to music. And I love The Housemaid by Freida McFadden. So I finally went ahead and finished the series. I was saying that the rest of the series wasn't that good. So I finally went ahead and finished the series. And I read The Housemaid's Secret, which I rated a 4 stars. It was good. It was interesting. The ending, really kind of didn't see that coming for real. So it was good. I just enjoy her writing. She does really well keeping you engaged the entire time, pissing you off a little bit so you just want to stick around and see exactly how it's going to end. And so that was good. The final book, The Housemaid is Watching, that book made me so mad that I couldn't come back from it. And I have never rated Frieda lower than a 4 stars. Y'all know I bragged about that in my last video. But Frieda hit under 4 for me on this one. So I gave The Housemaid is Watching 3.75 stars. And that is because I just found the character development very bad. I think this was fast forwarded 12 years later. So it was like, okay, in 12 years, you're full on adult. You are not developing. You're still slow. You're still making dumb decisions. You're still not communicating. You're still lying. And that just pissed me off to the point of no return. In addition to that, the plot twist, I didn't feel like Frieda committed to it. And I don't want to ruin this particular book right now because you guys know I love the drama, the tea, the spoilers. But I'm not going to ruin this one particularly right now. And I just feel like the plot twist, if you were going to make it gruesome or ick or whatever, you should have landed it. I feel like she skated on it and she didn't really drive it home. And because of that, those two things, I have to give it a 3.75. Next book is The Conditions of Will. Y'all, this book was recommended by one of my favorite YouTubers here. Her name is Reading Over Reality. So she said that she liked The Conditions of Will. Honestly, by the cover, I was like, I'm not reading that book. I don't want to read it. But after I seen a couple videos of hers, I was like, you know what? I'm going to read it, especially when she said the story makes the cover makes sense. I was like, okay, cool. Let me just give it a try. So, like, once I actually got the book and I was in Books A Million, I was like, oh, this is actually beautiful in person. And so the edges are also like frayed edges too. Never seen a book like that. So it was actually really pretty. I'm glad to actually have this one on my bookshelf. But this one I will rate a 4 stars. It's all about a woman going back home dealing with some family drama after her daddy died. And I don't know if y'all ever noticed. If y'all haven't noticed this, y'all are going to notice this going forward. Whenever you're watching TV or a movie or whatever, and the family gets together at a dinner table, like at a dinner scene, is always going to be drama. Everything blows up. Like, all the secrets get revealed. Everything happens. And so this book here was like 1,000 dinner blow-ups. That's honestly what it was. And so it also was some romance in this book. And again, I like romance and drama. So I do want to rate this book 4 stars for The Conditions of Will. I think they did a really good job of putting the romance in there and the drama. So 4 stars for this one. Last but definitely not least, y'all, I had to get this book in for August. I just could not wait. So I read That's Not My Name. Y'all know I love a good thriller. And this one here was a 5 stars. I did not see the ending coming. And honestly, if I won a G, I probably would have cried. Like, this book was good. I really, really enjoyed this book. A very quick read. Y'all know I like stuff that don't take too long or too drawn out. And if you're going to give me a long book, baby, it better be worth it. Like, I love a good long fantasy. So I just really, really enjoyed this book. Again, I would have cried. Check it out. If y'all don't check out any of these books, I would definitely recommend That's Not My Name. I was able to check this out at a library. So, girls, for free, you can check it out even if you don't have the coins right now, okay? And I also would recommend King of Ashes. That one's like a 4.5 to 5 stars. So if I had to recommend any of the books as must-haves, it would definitely be That's Not My Name and King of Ashes. So thank you guys so much for joining me. If you have made it this far, go ahead and hit subscribe. Go ahead and hit the like button. Go ahead and watch another video, girl, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.